And Rash, so fuel, how much is is one cell, well, to get full fuel?
I mean, you're full on fuel.
Oh, I'm just adding it to my spreadsheet so I can accurately do money.
Oh, okay,
So we don't
let's
have
see.
disagreements about money later, because I can be like, see, I have it all written down in my sheet.
So it costs 200 credits per, let's see.
Per cell, per,
Yeah.
so it'd be 600 to fully refuel the ship.
Yep.
And ration life support fully stocked.
20 credits per
No, I mean
person
like,
day.
so that'd be 60, so that'd be 1,200. I'll just put in 20. We can recalculate it out later.
It's not like you're gonna run out on this trip or in this session. Yeah, it's 1,200 if you have 0 person days left.
Oh, see, Sarah, it's over 14,000 we got to divide between everybody. It's 14,221.
I was rounding. I was rounding the maintenance cost to be 4,000
Yeah.
because then that way you have extra little cushion.
Everyone gets 1,555 credits and a quarter of a credit.
Is a quarter of a credit even possible?
You're the captain, you get an extra credit.
What was that number again?
3,555.
One of you gets to take one more credit.
Yeah, I'll give it to Toribio since he seems to only be in it for the money. I'll make him happy.
Yay, one whole credit.
We could just set up a rotation. Does this game not have decimals of credits of monies?
Probably not.
I mean, but if you
Okay,
got
well-
four, but if you got 4 quarters, it would add up to a whole.
No, but my point is, we could do one of two things. We could either set up a rotation where it's my turn to get the extra this time, and next time it's Gemini's, and then the time after that it's Leopold's, and then what's Eagle's
Vera.
character's name?
Vara.
Vara.
Viral?
Vara. Vara.
Vara. Then the next time she gets it, or we can split to the nearest even integer, and then the rest of it goes into a ship fund or something.
Yeah. Or we could round this to like 3,500 and then put the rest in the ship funds.
I say we just put the extra credit in the ship funds.
Just the one extra.
Me
the
too.
one extra credit.
Yes. It's like putting a penny in the jar, you know?
Oh dear.
It adds up eventually.
It does.
All right, sweet. I got my awesome handy dandy salary calculator. I'm gonna call it the salary. I'm gonna call it the not shoot in the face calculator.
Dear Lord help us, why are we playing this calculator?
See, I imagine he actually has this in character as well, somewhere on the ship.
Oh, yeah, so you can see the calculations, so it's not all just like air money. You're like, I don't think that's the right thing. That's just very clear accounting. He's a meticulous accounter.
You should keep record of how much you paid us this time.
Oh, don't worry, it's still there. I got it saved.
Okay.
I'm gonna create some macros in this Excel sheet so that it all gets saved, but then I can calculate new ones. It'll be great. And it'll all do manual calculations because I can just check, do I need to do maintenance? Do I need to do this? And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be all automated. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay.
You should see the faction spreadsheet.
Torbio and I are like, I'm glad we're not the captain.
All right, so on to the perimeter system. Well, I guess we have to accept the job first, and they might give us slightly more details, hopefully.
I didn't contact. I felt that that was the job of the captain.
Yep. So, alright, you could sign the contracts and send them out here, but since you're going to the system, it'll be faster just to go there and accept the job from them in person.
Faster, also known as more death.
Well, I mean, you could just send it off, and then you have to wait until some other ship that's contracted to take the message satellite over to that system decides to go to that system after coming to this system.
Yeah, no, that's not worth it.
Yeah, no.
Alrighty, so we're going. Anybody need to do anything here?
Nope.
Ready when you are.
All right, well, let's get going then. Mystery's not gonna
Navigation
solve itself.
roll.
Can I have Ghost, Farah help me? I'd be like, hey, is your sister still in her room?
She is, but I'll pull her out.
Great. I assume she doesn't have any problems with this mission.
Oh, she wouldn't say even if she does. And I go to Vara's room. Nice.
Okay, let me pull up her sheet and make her roll. Well, that's a success. You get a +1.
Yay. What attribute?
Intelligence.
Ooh.
You're on a roll.
That
Good
was
We
a
start.
really
didn't
good.
die, guys.
That was a really good roll.
Yes, it was.
But don't I have to roll for each sector, so I still have to roll again, don't I?
Yes.
Sad face.
Just do it again.
Gets natural ones.
Oh, you get a +2.
Ooh, even better. I did it again, guys. I rigged I rigged the dice.
Okay, now I'm angry.
Dice.
You're using up all the natural.
No.
Criticals.
Navigation's like the most important rolls because, like, seriously, bad things happen if you mess up navigation rolls.
Do you not remember the
Yeah,
first session?
And we would
No,
have gotten
I
stranded.
remember almost nothing about the last session. It was months ago.
We almost got stranded, but then the GMs took pity on us and decided nothing bad happened.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't so much pity as we weren't prepared for that to happen.
Hush, it was pity. It was pity.
Yeah, pity, sure.
You took pity on yourselves because you weren't prepared for the shenanigans of bad rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, instead of us trying to like waffle through this, we're just
Can
gonna
we
say
get
nope.
to
didn't
the
happen."
mystery yet? It's killing me.
Let's go.
So
But
you're
now I
thinking
need
about
to
the whole
describe
day.
what it looks like as you
Leopold's just
fly
really
through
happy about how smoothly
hours
that
of
trip went.
space.
So now we're down 2. All right, down 2 fuel. Alrighty.
it could have been bad. You could have been down 3 fuel or more. But anyways, okay, you arrive in the system. You get in the pyramid system. You get hit with the usual barrage of, you know, information about the system.
While they're taking care of that, I want to go to the store and pick up a few things now that I have money.
So I assume you all want to go to the planet, or the people who are giving you this job
Yeah,
are
it's
from.
probably-
That's the only place you're going to buy anything in this system.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if anyone who has culture criminal, give me a roll.
Darn. It's like one of the only cultures I don't have.
Does anyone have it?
Nope.
I have history.
We're an upstanding group of people.
Yep.
And
Okay, so no one
bureaucracy.
does. Whoa, I was holding down Alt while using the scroll wheel, and it messed up Kalani or Eagle's character sheet in a weird way. But anyway, so you head to, let's see, Imran. You remember what I said about Imran, right, Barry?
I think so.
Okay, so let's see. Most of the stuff you get in when you get into the pyramid system, as far as you know, like information about the system, like half of it's in Chinese, and it's all heavily branded with this cartoonish symbol of a magpie.
Wait, quick question. It's been enough times where I can recharge my psi points, right?
Yeah, you're full easily. You
Okay,
spent
okay.
like 2 weeks. You spent like a little under. I'll say a little under 2 weeks in drive space. So
Okay.
definitely. But so yeah, anyone who looks at their messages and stuff will see stuff like that. And it's all advertisements for Magpie Interstellar. And you know, trying to get is all like half of it's touristy stuff, which is most of the readable half. If you don't read Chinese. So it takes you about 2 days to get there. And let's see. So you land, and I assume you sign, and do all of you sign the agreements?
What agreement?
I think we wanted to go meet with them first.
Yeah, right? I thought we were meeting them.
Well, you can ask to meet them. There's an
I
address.
would like slightly more information. Not just ships went missing that we went to go find things.
Okay, so you send basically, or what exactly do you say in the message?
Something like, this seems intriguing, but we'd like to have a little bit more information to go on. Could we meet to discuss the details? Would be willing to sign a non-disclosure agreement before discussing the details.
Okay. You get a message back saying that they will send a representative asking for a location, if you have a secure location, or what then. So I assume you say you're a ship captain, right?
Yeah.
So they ask to they say that they ask for the location of your ship, its docking port and stuff, and then tell you that once they receive that, they'll send a representative out to you.
Okay. Um, can I roll a spacer thing to see if I know more about this group, since that was a roll earlier that for these people that I never made?
You can make a roll to know about this planet.
Well, about the corporation also.
Well, you already made a roll about the corporation.
I never did.
You could roll to have a contact on this world.
What can I just roll to see, like, if, since my spacer culture, like, if like culture spacer, if I actually like know things about the corporation other than that they sell ship parts?
I mean, didn't you already roll that?
No, I never rolled. I rolled.
No, that
I was
was-
gonna roll for the pirate thing, and I never rolled anything because I wasn't interested in.
Okay.
I wasn't interested in the.
Yeah, you can
advertisements.
roll. Intelligence, obviously. Okay, yeah, you know, it's not a big secret or anything. You actually saw it was pretty obvious a lot of this coming in if you read any of the information on the that was sent out when you entered the system. They're basically the government of this planet, and I mean, outside of this world, they pretty much only sell ships and ship parts. They're not really. All their ships are usually pretty shiny and chrome, and you're not really sure how, like, much else about them. They obviously govern this planet, and you can tell that it seems everything on this planet, or from rumors you've heard, it's like everything on this planet, when you buy it, it's branded with the magpie.
Okay, that's fine.
That's
Yeah.
all about it.
Yeah, I guess I'll give him the ship coordinates, like docking number information, and we get arrested for doing nothing. It was a trap.
Barry.
I'll just tell everybody. Well, yeah, it looks like they're gonna send somebody here to give us some more details. If not sure if we'll have to agree not to say anything about the details before they'll tell us the details. But at least we should have a little bit more to go on.
Who would we tell?
Well, I guess they just don't want trade secrets or other things probably getting out. I don't know. We'll see when they get here.
No concern of mine.
Great. I'll set up the dining hall.
Alright, first disclosure, I apologize if I offend anybody. This is not meant to be offensive or whatnot, but you guys asked for it. It's Chinese.
Are you about to frap a dicky wrong time?
No.
Space Chinese berry. It's not real.
I know.
Just sound like Mao from Firefly. He speaks a little bit of Chinese in there.
Yeah, I have a Chinese accent. Don't worry. It's just again with today's PC culture, I wanted to make sure it's understandable. I love Chinese people. All this. No offense is meant, but this is done for humor. A gentleman contacts y'all, letting you know that he's the representative that Magpie has sent to you.
I imagine like a couple hours later, you get
Yeah.
like a buzz at your airlock door.
I figured it'd be like a buzz or something rather than a knock on the door.
Just a metallic
Metal
clanging
clangs.
sound.
Ding, ding, ding,
Got
ding.
a cybernetic hand.
No, he's just a robot. Yeah, Leopold will go and let him in.
Greetings. I do believe you wanted to know a few bits of information regarding our mission that we had for you. By the way, he's also like tall-ish, probably close to about 5'9", 5'10", really long hair. And he extends his hand out to greet you.
Yeah, I'll shake it. Yes. Well, welcome aboard the Pathfinder. Yeah, we just wanted some details, I guess, before we like what we're looking for, what we're doing.
Oh yes, details about that mission. Yes, we're looking for any information that you can get from this particular situation. It's one of those spots where it went like really dark, and we're just trying to figure out what happened with it.
So, why haven't you had any like company ships or inspections or any sort of investigational crews go there?
For that, we've sent a few things out there just to make sure everything's up and clear, but they've not come back. And anything further than this, though, however, I will have to ask that you sign an NDA.
But
What are you doing out there in the first place?
We're out there researching researching technology that would help us out in the shipping industry.
In ancient ruins?
Again, any tech that would help us out in the shipping industry.
So more information requires a non-disclosure agreement.
Yes.
Well, I wasn't planning on coming here to spew information, so I don't have a problem with it. But what about you guys? I'll look to the rest of the crew.
What are the consequences for breaching the NDA?
And when you say that, he kind of looks at you from the top of his eyes, kind of gives you a steely glare and says, "The full weight of our lawyers will be upon you."
Death and gloom, Torbjorn.
So
the
you're going to
usual.
sue me?
We're not only going to sue you, we're going to make sure you never make a dime in your life again.
Ow!
Boy, you boys don't mess around when keeping your secrets, huh?
Not when it involves this, and it might give us an edge in our particular field. So we're kind of wanting to keep this on the hush.
I'm going to review the NDA and roll business on it again. Can I do that?
Yep. Roll business and intelligence. I mean, yeah, it looks like a typical NDA contract.
Lots and lots of words, lots and lots of small font.
I'm dissatisfied by the answer I got from this representative, and I want to very closely review the portions of this thing pertaining to defaults. I don't want to hear anything about any ridiculous threats. I want to know facts, details.
He looks at you. Well, if
No,
you
no,
si-
no, I'm not intimidated. Just tell me
Okay.
the facts.
If you sign the NDA, I will indeed tell you what I know.
One quick question.
If I sign it, you'll tell me what I'm signing? Is this your first day?
It's Obamacare.
Well, I mean, with that role, you think, I mean, you've read it, you believe you understand it. It's just a normal NDA. They can sue you and stuff.
Wait.
You'll probably be in debt to them for a very long time,
How many?
or prison.
How many independent contractors have you gotten so far with any interest in this? Surely that can't be something you have to keep hidden.
Well, actually, it could be if you consider certain competitors that we do have. But we have gotten a few, and again, these independent contractors have gone dark, and that's one of the reasons why we're willing to pay quite what we are. It's one of those things where things have happened, and we would like to know what happened.
How many? 1, 2, 10?
Right now, only one as of yet.
Well, we could probably chalk that up to incompetence, as long as he's telling the truth. We didn't come all this way to not get anything. Signing a contract saying we're not going to say anything, that's typical for part for the Corps.
I have one more out of character question. A typical NDA doesn't prevent. For example, if anything, if they reveal anything to me that suggests criminal activity, anything illegal, that's not
They're the
covered under a
government
standard
of the
NDA.
solar system.
And
Well, planet.
are you suggesting governments don't do illegal things?
What do you know about this government?
Nothing.
He
Well-
assumes that all governments do some illegal things, unless they just make all of the things that they do not illegal, and they can do whatever they want.
I mean, the way these contracts generally really work, I mean, this is all through the exchange. So, I mean, they hold the weight a lot. If they breach the contract, there's going to be serious issues on their end. And there's going to be serious repercussions on your end if you break the contract.
So if I sign this thing and then they start talking about all the crime that they're doing, and I say that's not working, and I turn them in and say they're doing crimes, then I'm culpable.
Well,
what
That's the
Bezek
silliest
is
thing I've ever heard.
But what Bezek is saying is, who would you turn them into? These are the government. There isn't any other authority.
yeah, there's no sector-wide government.
Okay, so basically there's no authority over them.
No.
Then I don't care if I never come back here. Then their little threats mean nothing anyway.
You hope. As long as they don't have alliances or bounty hunters or the like.
So are we signing these? Did you guys already sign them already?
We were discussing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign it.
I'm prepared to sign these.
Yeah, let's do it.
I imagine you pulled Vara out and she's
No.
signing it as well. No?
No, I wasn't gonna say anything. She's in her room. He doesn't need to know about her.
It works. The gentleman watches y'all sign the the NDA, and he kind of looks pleased at each one as you finish up. Thank you, thank you. Again, nothing illegal, underhanded was going on here. It's just that this particular tech, if it got out, could mean quite a bit of credits for our competitors, which we do not want. We want these credits to be for our government, for our company, and for our CEOs and all that. I'm certain you understand. It's standard business. You want to make sure any findings you have in a particular location are kept well inside the company. I will also mention that we have had a couple others sign NDAs, but they were from out of system, so we haven't had them contact us in system yet.
So the reward's 100,000 for any sort of evidence of what? Like, is it full blown reports? Is it just something that's documented? And what exactly are you looking for here?
Well, in particular, we're looking for information caches and hard disks and legitimate proof of what actually happened there. Videos as well. We want to know what happened.
So if I use my survey scanner to take readings and video, then that would suffice for you.
We'd also require some security videos and logs and whatnot. So if you could get those, I will gladly sign the check over to you.
So it's technological ruins of that are the computer systems brought by you then?
The computer systems, yes, they are. But there might have been some incidents. Again, we don't know what happened, but something made them go dark. We just don't know what.
So what happens? So if we don't get, and what if all the computer terminals are destroyed?
Well, then, I guess you'd have
There's
to.
always hard drives.
Yeah, there is hard drives, but your recorder would do fine if you were to take recordings of what they found and what might have happened. Yes.
All right, I just want to make sure. I didn't want to see we go all the way over there for nothing.
Yeah. Yes. Of course.
Two questions. One, do you have passcodes or something that we can use to get past and get the information you need? Second, is it normal, or do you have some sort of paper trail backup that we might be able to find should the computers be destroyed? A file cabinet of sorts.
Those are very good questions. I'm not 100% sure if I'm allowed to give the passwords out yet, but I will see what I can do. I know it will make your jobs easier. I do not know if they had fairly difficult security on that particular base or not.
Well, I just asked because otherwise I'm going to have to hack into your system, and I'd rather not have whatever defenses you've put in place kill me if I fail.
But all right. Assuming you'll agree to take the jobs, again, you can still back out of it. You just can't say anything about it. But as soon as you do, we'll transmit you the code so that the codes to the security system, so you don't accidentally trip our some of our systems in there.
Yeah. So how would we get over there? Is there a space to drop a ship in?
Yes, it's a small little outpost with a few landing pads on it. I'll give you the coordinates as soon as you agree to it. Because we kind of assumed you'd be taking your ship.
Yeah, that would make sense. Is it in? Would we be able to be in comms range of you?
You'll be in system, yes. May take 5 minutes for delay, but that's about it.
Do we have is there some sort of comm frequency or use that we should use to get more direct contact with either you or whoever is in charge of this kind of operation? I would hate to be put on hold when something's trying to kill me or something.
Yes, yes, of course. Uh, for that one, we would provide you with a straight security channel for you to contact one of our security teams to come and aid if need be. Again, assuming communications haven't been hampered by anything. It's kind of, we're still in the dark as to why all communication from there went out.
What was your last communique from the station?
The last communique, I believe, we had a ship go in for maintenance to kind of repair things and whatnot, and then they never sent word that they landed or whatnot.
So what were they researching exactly?
That part goes into more of the details. We were researching some tech there that would help us with our interstellar travel to kind of give us a little bit more oomph and a little bit more chrome to our particular designs of ships, and specifically our spike drives. We were trying to get a few things upgraded for our spike drives. And yes, yes. Let's see here. Yeah, my file says that there was a report uh, about them prepping their next shipment. Was about the last thing we heard.
So were they shipping technology out, or were they just testing it there?
Something of that nature. I'm not privy to the whole report, but they did. They were investigating some particular tech down there for that would upgrade our spike drives and give us a leg on the competition, particularly Terra Prime.
So if we were to call the security team, how long would it take them to get there? If communications, we managed to either get them back up or whatever.
Uh, Unfortunately, due to the travel, it would take about 2 days to get out there.
And if we can't get communications and such operational, um, is there some sort of like server connection link with the computers you've got there? Could we just patch it all in so you can get it on your servers here quickly instead of having us kind of transport whatever we can back on our ship?
I don't believe we can. Something like that would be too risky for a competitor to just come in and kind of hack it, as it was mentioned earlier.
All right. Do you have some sort of information hard drive, something we can download the information in there? I'd rather not put it in our ship computers, if you understand.
Of course, completely understandable. Um, we will provide you with a small little hard drive. There should be a hard drive actually there, though, if you want to just pull that out. But yeah, I'll provide you with one right here.
So pulling out the hard drive out won't damage the data on it at all?
Uh, should not. Now that's assuming you turn the power off correctly.
All right, so make a copy of it first, and then try and take it out. Sounds good. So we got multiple copies. And that's going to be the route we're going to take if we can find it.
All right.
What are the nature of the ruins you are exploring?
They were they were discovered a while back, and all we know about, or all that I know about them, is that they're of an alien descent or design, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted them for our spike drives. Because if we could incorporate that, we could make better spike drives, beat competition, money, money,
Wait.
money.
They're alien? As in little green men?
As in difference from you and I, yes.
Gemini immediately looks a little more intrigued.
I'm afraid as to more of their nature, I couldn't disclose. Mostly because I don't have the full file on it, but my higher ups have also told me I cannot disclose much more than that. And I will remind you that everything you see on site there is all property of Magpie Interstellar. So if you make a copy and then are able to successfully retrieve the hard drive of any information, we will be expecting 2 copies.
Well, of course, it's just as a precaution to make sure we don't accidentally damage the data.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, what do you guys think?
Let's go.
Agreed.
All right, well, the crew's in, I'm in. Looks like we're going to be going there.
Alright, in that case, if I could have...
Payment. Probably should talk about that first. You said it's 1,000K in your message?
100,000. Not 1,000K.
That would be $1 million.
Correct.
I meant 100. Out of character. Playing too much Stellaris.
It would only be 100K for the job. Once you retrieve satisfactory information, we will deposit 100,000 into your accounts.
Are there any bonuses for completing the mission in a fashion?
No, there are not.
Oh, so you said you had one other ship crew already kind of leave for. When did they go out to this place?
They went out about a week ago.
You never heard anything from them?
Nope. Not after they landed. Well, sir, unforeseen expenses are unforeseen, and for that we cannot cover you. But again, 100,000 is a sizable sum that will take care of any adventurer.
Yeah, unless the ship gets destroyed, we're not going to incur that many expenses.
I believe that's the motto for most people who hire around here. I flash a smile at the representative.
Pretty much, yes.
Well, once you get us the codes for the computers, comm channel, and a hard drive, I think then we're all set to go.
Alright, if you'll just sign right here. And it's just an agreement stating that you will do so, and that we are entering into an agreement of hiree and hire, and we will be paying you once completion of the task is done.
I'll take it, hand it to review. You want to just check this out? Are there any
Sure.
nonsense clauses in it?
It's it's a standard contract as far as I know. It's the ones my secretary handed me as I left the door.
I mean, yeah, it's just a standard employment contract.
Okie dokie, I'll sign it.
As I sign, I ask for his name.
Oh, well, thank you, young lady. I'm very glad that you decided to take an interest, but if you really want, that's personal information. Magpie Interstellar also tries to protect its employees. I'd rather not disclose my name if I had to.
Well, but I would like to be able to reference you if anything hinky goes wrong, or if simply we need a name to prove that we work for you.
The contract is sufficient enough, but if you are so desperate, my dear, would you give me a charm roll? Or whatever it is.
Probably be persuasion or maybe negotiation. I mean, look.
Yeah, persuasion. Alright, he looks at you and sees your flashing eyes and whatnot. And he tells you his name. I pulled up the wrong notepad. There it is. He tells you his name. I am Li Gao. It's a pleasure to meet you.
A pleasure for me as well. Since you were so kind, I might as well let you know. I'm Gemini Solera.
It is a pleasure to meet you. And with that, he pulls out a hard drive from his coat pocket and hands it to you, Leopold. And he also pulls out a small little communique disc, just with just a small little disc, and hands it to you as well. The hard drive is is the one we supplied, and the disc will contain all the codes that you need, or at least get you into our system sufficiently enough to power down the system and retrieve the information.
Will we have to cut power like completely, or do we just have to turn off the system?
You should only have to turn off that particular station, as in workstation's power. I don't foresee having to shut down the whole station in order to get to it, but if that's what needs to be done, then you have permission to do so.
And should all of the stations have this data stored on it, or is there a specific workstation?
That one would probably be located inside of the computer servers, so you'd want to head there. Not just standard.
Security footage and potentially research notes.
Yes. If I remember correctly, it should be in the power building and also in the communications building.
Anybody else have any other questions?
I'm ready to go do the adventure now.
Assuming that it's not the worst case scenario, you can talk about all of this, everything that you find in there, with any one of our employees. They're all briefed on the protocols and whatnot, and they should take care of you. And with that, he'll reach into his pocket and look over the contract that y'all did sign, stating that you would take it, and he makes a really pronounced stamp on it. And if you get a close look, you see that it's the Magpie insignia.
Also, I do want to remind you all have 750 experience.
Yay.
So remember to mark that down. Because if you don't mark that down, then you didn't get it.
On our character sheet, just put 750 in there.
Yep, for your experience. I'm looking for where that is on the character sheet. I'm not even sure if that's on the character sheet.
It's at the top,
Ah,
right below level.
And with,
there we go.
and if y'all have nothing else, he looks at you and says, "Welcome aboard as private contractors for Magpie Interstellar." And he extends his hand again.
Leaf will shake his hand again. She's like, it's a pleasure working for you. Well, so far, we'll see how it goes.
Well, hopefully everything will go well, and y'all will be rich, and we will be richer. Of course, yes.
You're funny.
Well, thank you, ma'am. And with that, he looks at each one of you in turn to see if there's any more questions. Well then, I shall let you go and do your work. You all stay safe now, and I look forward to hearing from you guys back.
Right, you never gave us the actual coordinates for the ruins.
It is on the disc.
It's on the disc, okay.
And
Yeah.
it also said in the ad that it was on Biote.
Yeah, but
And
that's
it
like
had
a very...
coordinates with it.
Oh.
Like,
And he
Okay.
turns yeah, as he's walking out the door, he turns around really quick and goes, "Oh, we also need to know what happened over there as well, so that we can kind of avoid any unfortunate accidents again, if need be. If you get that, we will make sure you're taken care of."
yeah, there was some miscommunication, I think, between me and Barry for a second. That's the main thing they're interested in is what's going on. Second, but they also want you to recover stuff if things went bad.
Well, yeah, so, I mean, security footage is a good way to figure out what happened.
Yeah.
As is potential scientific data readings that I can take with my survey scanner thing.
But you didn't say that, right? And with that, he gives you a nice little bow and will head out the ship. And with him departing the ship, you guys have everything at your disposal to go and destroy stuff. 10-minute break, anyone?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, take 10. We'll be back here in 10.